Hello friends, in this video I am going to explain examples of spherical polar transformation. In previous video I have explained the spherical polar substitution, and when we use this spherical polar substitution also I explained the geometrical representation and all the basic things. Okay, so here I directly turn towards examples. Before that, when we have to use this spherical polar substitution, so once again I repeat it. So if integrand involve, integrand means the term which is integrated. So if integrand involve x square plus y square plus z square, then we use spherical polar substitution. First thing. Second thing, if our region of integration is in spherical form or in terms of sphere, then we have to use spherical polar substitution. Remember these two important things. Okay, now turn towards example. So evaluate triple integration dx dy dz upon x square plus y square plus z square throughout the volume of sphere. Throughout the volume means here we are going to evaluate it on complete sphere. Okay, carefully identify the region, whether it is complete sphere or whether it is positive octant or whether it is hemisphere. So here region is complete sphere or sphere having radius a. Okay, so let's see. First of all, we write region of integration. You may denote it by V or R. Okay, so since integrand involve x square plus y square plus z square, so we use here spherical polar substitution. So we put x equals to r sin theta sin phi, y equals to r sin theta sin phi, and z is equals to r cos theta, and hence dx dy dz is equals to r square sin theta dr d theta d phi, and x square plus y square plus z square is equals to a square. This much part is common in examples of spherical polar substitution. Okay, so since here region of integration is complete sphere, so for complete sphere we take 8 times limits of theta and phi are from 0 to pi by 2, and r varies from 0 to radius of given sphere, so it is a. So r varies from 0 to a. Now let's see dx dy dz, we replace it by r square sin theta dr d theta d phi. So this is r dx dy dz upon x square plus y square plus z square in spherical polar form. Value of this x square plus y square plus z square is r square. Okay, so its value is r square. So this denominator becomes r square. Now r square get cancelled. Now if you observe here, all variables are independent. Also all limits are constant. So here we separate all the integrations. Okay, so we separate integration of theta, phi and r. So I equals to 8 times integration. So here we take terms of theta. Okay, so here we have only sin theta d theta. Okay, then we take terms of phi. There is only d phi. Now terms of r, that is only dr. Okay, integration of sin theta is minus cos theta, and if we apply limit on this minus cos theta from 0 to pi by 2, we get minus cos pi by 2 plus cos 0. Cos pi by 2 is 0 and cos 0 is 1, and that's why value of this integration of sin theta having limit 0 to pi by 2 is always equals to 1. Okay, so अगले जो एग्जाम्पल्स रहेंगे उसमें हम directly we take value of this integration equals to 1. Okay, and that of integration of d phi is phi, and by applying limits from 0 to pi by 2 we get only pi by 2 minus 0, that is pi by 2. Okay, now integration of dr is r varies from 0 to a. Upper limit minus lower limit gives us only a minus 0, that is a, and hence our integration is this 8 as it is. Then by applying limits it is 1. Also this term becomes pi by 2 and this term is a, and hence integration is 4 pi a. Okay, these questions are asked in university exam for 7 marks, 6 or 7 marks. Okay, and it is very simple. Carefully identify region. Okay, now I take next example. Evaluate triple integration dx dy dz upon x square plus y square plus z square over the positive octant of sphere x square plus y square plus z square equals to a square. This question is quite similar to our previous question if you observe, right? But in previous question, region of integration was complete sphere of radius a, right? And for complete sphere, here we have taken 8 times triple integration, right? But in this second example, we are going to evaluate this integration on only positive octant, means we take integration only one times, right? And rest of the things remain as it is. Okay, so you may try it for homework. Now, same question will be asked in different manner. Okay, so let us see the another form of same question. Evaluate integration from 0 to a, integration from 0 to square root of a square minus x square, and integration from 0 to square root of a square minus x square minus y square dx dy dz upon x square plus y square plus z square. Now, if you identify limits of innermost integration, so limits of innermost integration involve two variables x and y. That means it is not limit of x, not limit of y. That means it is limit of z, right? So z varies from 0 to z equals to under root of a square minus x square minus y square. If you simplify this equation, we get x square plus y square plus z square is equals to a square, and this equation represents sphere of radius a. Okay, but since all lower limits of x, y and z, or all lower limits are 0, that means values of x, y and z starting from 0, means values of these three coordinates are greater than or equal to 0, means all values are positive. Three coordinates x, y and z will be positive only and only in positive octant of sphere. That's why here our region of integration is first positive octant of sphere, and that's why this integration can be written as 1 times. In positive octant, we take integration only 1 times 0 to pi by 2, 0 to pi by 2, and r varies from 0 to radius of given sphere, that is a. Okay, it is similar to previous question, only 8 is not there. Okay, so its answer is pi a by 2. So you may try it for homework. Okay, now let us see the next question. Evaluate integration from 0 to infinity dx. That means this is limit of x. Okay, then integration from 0 to infinity dy means it is limit of y, and integration from 0 to infinity, and here is dz, means it is limit of z. Okay, of dz upon 1 plus x square plus y square plus z square. So first of all, observe the integrand. Since integrand involves x square plus y square plus z square, so here we use spherical polar substitution, right? But while using spherical polar substitution, identify the radius of given sphere. Now, since here all upper limits are infinity, means your region of integration is space. Okay, and space means sphere of radius infinity. Space means what? Sphere of radius infinity, and that's why in this case our r varies from 0 to infinity. But what about region? Whether it is complete sphere, whether it is hemisphere, or whether it is positive octant of sphere. Now, how to identify it? So for that, let us observe all lower limits. So here lower limits of x, y and z are 0. That's why our region of integration is positive octant of sphere. And in positive octant, we take integration 1 times, where theta and phi varies from 0 to pi by 2, 0 to pi by 2. And what about r? R varies from 0 to radius of given sphere. Since here region of integration is space, so r varies from 0 to infinity. Okay, and then we replace this dx dy dz by r square sine theta dr d theta d phi, and that of denominator becomes 1 plus r square whole square. Okay, now since here all limits are or all variables are independent of each other, and that's why we separate integrations. So this is integration of phi, this is integration of theta, and this is integration of r. Now we know value of this first integration d phi is only pi by 2, right? Integration of this sine theta between 0 to pi by 2 is always 1. Okay, now here it is important to evaluate this integration from 0 to infinity r square dr 1 plus r square whole square. And for solving this integration, we use substitution. So due to this positive sign, we replace this r square by tan square t, right? So that we get 1 plus tan square, and 1 plus tan square is sec square. Okay, so in this way, due to this positive sign, we put r square equals to tan square t. And if there is negative sign, then either you replace this r square by sine square t, or you may replace it by cos square t. Okay, so let us see. For solution purpose, here we put r equals to tan t. So dr becomes, derivative of tan t is sec square t dt. So when r equals to 0, t equals to 0. When r is equals to infinity, tan t is equals to infinity, and this is possible if and only if t is equals to pi by 2. And hence our integration I takes the form this pi by 2 as it is. Then new limits are from 0 to pi by 2. Then numerator is, so here we have r square. So here we have r square dr. So value of r square becomes tan square t. Okay, into dr. What is value of dr? So it is sec square t dt. Denominator is 1 plus r square, that is 1 plus tan square t whole square. Now 1 plus tan square t is sec square t, and there is whole square. So one of the sec square get cancelled. So in denominator simply remain sec square t. Now in next step, for evaluation purpose, we replace this tan square t by sin square t upon cos square t. And further one more thing, 1 upon sec square can be written as this cos square t. Cos square t get cancelled. So simply remain here sin square t, and we evaluate this integration between 0 to pi by 2. And we have one reduction formula, and that integration of sin raised to n x dx between 0 to pi by 2. This integration always start with n minus 1 upon n. Then we decrease numerator by 2, denominator by 2. And we continue this process. If n is even, it ends with 1 by 2, and along with 1 by 2 we take one extra term, that is pi by 2. And that of if n is odd, if n even, then this is the value. And that of if n is odd, again we start with same term. We decrease numerator denominators by 2 and continue this process. If n is odd, it ends with 2 by 3, and there is no extra term. Okay, so using this result, integration of sin square t, so here n is equals to 2. So it start with n minus 1 upon n, that is 1 by 2, means we directly get here last term 1 by 2, and along with this 1 by 2 we take extra term pi by 2. So its integration is 1 by 2 into pi by 2, and hence I is equals to pi square by 8. This is required integration. Now next question. Evaluate triple integration dx dy dz upon x square plus y square plus z square raised to power 3 by 2. So here integrand involve x square plus y square plus z square. That's why we have to use spherical polar substitution. Now for that, identify the region. Okay, so here mention that evaluate this integration over the region between the sphere x square plus y square plus z square equals to a square, and x square plus y square plus z square is equals to b square. These two spheres are concentric because their origin is 0, 0 and 0, right? Means our region of integration lies between these two spheres. Here we have given one additional thing, a is greater than b. Means radius of this first circle is greater than radius of this, radius of first sphere is greater than radius of this second sphere. Means here one of the small ball is inserted in another big ball, and both are concentric spheres. Do you understand this? Okay, so let us visualize region between two balls. One big ball and one small ball is inserted in that ball, and both are concentric spheres, means their origins are same. So between these two balls there is one vacant region. So suppose this is first ball of radius a, this radius a is greater than b, and another ball is inserted in this smaller ball, in this bigger ball having radius b. Okay, and our region of integration is region between these two spheres. So this is our region of integration, means we evaluate integration throughout the volume of this region, right? So in throughout the volume our theta and phi varies from 0 to pi by 2. But what about r? Here only r is different. Here our r varies from radius of small sphere to radius of big sphere. Here smaller radius is a, bigger radius is smaller radius is b and bigger radius is a. So r varies from b to a, smaller radius to bigger radius. Okay, so these are limits of here theta and phi varies from 0 to pi by 2. This is only for positive octant of sphere, right? But our region of integration is complete sphere. That's why we take triple integration 8 times. 8 times triple integration, right? You understand this? Now let us start the solution. So here region of integration is between the spheres. Here we have given two concentric spheres of radius a and b respectively. A is greater than b. Okay, so we use spherical polar substitution, and hence integration I takes the form 8 times integration, where phi varies from 0 to pi by 2, theta varies from 0 to pi by 2, and r varies from b to a. And our integrand dx dy dz, so it is replaced by r square sine theta dr d theta d phi upon this x square plus y square plus z square is replaced by r square raised to power 3 by 2. Now here this power 2 get cancelled. So simply remain r square upon r to the power 3, right? And again here r square get cancelled. So in next step, see here all limits are independent. So we separate integrations of phi, integrations of theta, and integration of r, right? So integration of this d phi, and by applying limits we get pi by 2. Integration of this sine theta is, by applying limits it is 1. Integration of this 1 upon r is log r, and r varies from b to a. Now upper limit minus lower limit gives us, so here we get 4 pi. Then upper limit becomes log a minus lower limit is log b, and log a minus b can be written as log of a upon b, and hence required solution is I equals to 4 pi into log of a upon b. So let us see the last example. Evaluate triple integration xyz dx dy dz over the positive octant of unit sphere. Unit sphere means sphere having radius 1. Okay, so since here region of integration is part of sphere, so we have to use spherical polar substitution. Okay, so we put x equals to r sine theta cos phi and value of y as well as value of z. So that dx dy dz is r square sine theta dr d theta d phi, and x square plus y square plus z square is equals to, using spherical polar substitution, it is equals to r square. Okay, so since your region of integration is positive octant, so for positive octant we take integration only 1 times, right? And that's why I is equals to, here we take integration only 1 times, where phi varies from 0 to pi by 2, theta varies from 0 to pi by 2, and r varies from 0 to radius of given sphere. So here it is 1. Okay, now integrand is x into y into z. So here we multiply these 3 variables x, y, and z. So first of all we multiply all terms of r together. So we get r, and r, that is r cube. Then terms of theta, sine theta into sine theta. that is sine square theta, and there is single term of cos theta. Then we multiply terms of phi, so cos phi into sine phi. Okay, so this is value of x, y, z. So this bracket represent x, y, z. Okay, into dx dy dz. So dx dy dz is r square sine theta dr d theta d phi. So this is dx dy dz. Okay, now again we multiply terms of r together, terms of sine, terms of theta together, and terms of phi together, and we separate the integrations. Okay, so see here, r cube into r square, r to the power 5. Okay, so here we get integration of r, that is r varies from 0 to 1, r to the power 5 dr. Now we take all terms of phi together. So here terms of phi are cos phi, sine phi, d phi. Okay, so here integration of phi is from phi varies from 0 to pi by 2, sine phi into cos phi d phi. Now let's take terms of theta together. So theta varies from 0 to pi by 2. Then sine square theta into one more sine theta, that is sine cube theta, and into cos theta d theta, and this is term of r. Now while evaluating these first two integrations, we use one standard result. So we have one standard result, that integration of f of x raised to power m means if we have given some power function, and if that power function is multiplied by its derivative, then its integration becomes f of x raised to power m plus 1 divided by m plus 1, means that power of that function get increased by 1, also we divide it by power. Okay, now if you observe this first integration, derivative of sine phi is cos phi, it is present here, but what is power of sine phi? Here power of sine phi is only 1. So while taking integration, while using this standard result, its power get increased by 1, means we get sine raised to power 2 divided by 2. Okay, so sine square phi divided by 2, apply limits from 0 to pi by 2. Similarly, next term, sine cube theta. There is third power of sine theta, and derivative of sine theta is cos theta is also present here, and that's why its integration becomes sine raised to power, its power get increased by 1. So sine raised to power 4 divided by 4, and apply limit between 0 to pi by 2. And integration of r to the power 5 is r to the power 6 divided by 6. R varies from 0 to 1. By applying limits, we get required answer, that is 1 by 2 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 6, that is 1 by 48. So this is required answer. Okay, so in this way we apply spherical polar substitution. Okay, thank you for watching my video.